Pour me one of those.
Pour it yourself.
Well, you're in a foul mood. What's the matter, Julian? Didn't trample your quota of small businesses today?
Hardly.
Well, then why the mood?
Because even as we speak, Luis Lopez Fitzgerald and my sister are dining à deux at that Tomaine Palace the locals call the Lobster Shack.
Sheridan and Luis have a date?
Yes, that's right, and Father's in a rage about it. So I'm telling him he'll suffer his wrath.
Son, what have you done?
Well, does Sheridan realize that you and Alistair disapprove of her date?
Of course, we talked to her about it. And I told her I forbid her to go out with Luis.
Well, that was stupid, Julian. You know how she hates taking orders, especially from you. I assume Alistair was a bit more subtle. Did he give her the old, I only want what's best for the daughter I love speech?
As a matter of fact.
Playing on her vulnerabilities. Oh, a typical Alistair tactic. Well, I'm thrilled she didn't fall for it.
You're not taking this very seriously, Ivy.
Why should I?
Because Alistair is furious, that's why. Doesn't that concern you?
No. As a matter of fact, I'm proud that Sheridan finally stood up to her father. It's about time.
Don't tell me you approve of Sheridan dating Luis.
I don't think it's anyone's business who Sheridan sees. She's a grown woman. She can date whoever she wants.
But what Luis wants is to bring down this family, and he will use Sheridan to do it.
From what I've seen and heard of Luis, he's an honest man. He doesn't strike me as a user, and believe me, I know one when I see one.
If I were you, I wouldn't let Father hear you being so flippant.
Why? Alistair couldn't possibly hurt me any more than he already has.
If I have to hear one more time about how he pressured you into marrying me,
Well, he did. You know, and if Sheridan continues to stand up to her father, her life will be far better off.
Married to a cop, living on a yearly salary that wouldn't cover your manicure bills? I don't think so. Besides, you wanted to be a Crane, Ivy. Admit it. You reveled in the power, the status, and the wealth. Now you have the children you've always wanted. You could have a man in your bed every night if it weren't for your own stubbornness. I don't understand you. What is it you've ever wanted that you don't have in your life right now?
Oh, Sam. I'm so glad you're here. I love you so much.
Wait! We're not through discussing Sheridan and Luis.
I gave my opinion. If Sheridan wants to date Luis, if she wants to marry Luis, if she wants to have 15 children with Luis, then that's her prerogative.
You really believe that Sheridan could fall in love and settle down with a cop?
Why not? If it makes her happy.
Why? Where to begin? After 1 week without her unlimited Crane expense account, she'd come running screaming back to her cottage, immediately reserve 10 days at the most luxurious spa in Switzerland, if only to get the odor of enchiladas out of her hair.
Oh, my God, you are the most incredible snob.
Oh, look who's talking. Your idea of roughing it is no room service at the Ritz. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I think I finally hit on what it is you really want. You want to live the simple life of the Lopez Fitzgeralds. Squeezed into a house no bigger than your dressing room, cutting coupons. Worrying about which bill you won't be paying this month. Oh, there's the life.
Having real love, that would make up for all of that.
Real love. Oh, my God. My God, she's delusional. Hand me the phone. I'm calling the sanitarium. Oh, better yet, how about a shopping spree in Milan? That'll cure you of any delusions about real love.
Go to hell, Julian.
Oh, I could just picture it. The former governor's daughter, Ivy Winthrop, a Harmony policeman's wife. It's too bad you didn't meet Sam Bennett when you were young and single. You could have married him.
Shut up, Julian.
And can't you just picture it, Pilar? Ivy would be running Grace's bed and breakfast. She'd be cooking that famous tomato soup cake. Oh, and let's not forget, she'd be the owner of that silly junk shop of Grace's.
It's an arts and crafts store.
Well, you'd have to be pretty crafty to pawn some of that garbage off as art.
Which reminds me, I purchased all those corporate gifts, as you asked.
Well, good.
And I purchased them all at Grace's store.
You what? Those are valuable business contacts. What the hell will they think of us sending them tacky trash like that?
Well, actually, I've heard from several of them, and they all love their gifts.
There's no accounting for taste, including yours recently. I still haven't figured out why you keep cozying up to these locals like Grace Bennett, spending a fortune. That junk shop of hers. There's got to be a catch. Oh, wait. I think I've figured it out.
Good night, Julian.
You're trying to get to Sam Bennett, aren't you?
Why on earth would I be trying to get to Sam Bennett?
Your son, Ethan.
Ethan?
Yes. You'd do anything to ensure his future? Sam is beginning to establish himself as an important man in this town. Perhaps you see him as going from chief of police to town council, maybe even mayor. Considering the political career that you've penciled into your son's future, obviously you see Sam as being a help politically to Ethan sometime, am I right?
Of course you are, darling.
You can't hide anything from me. I can read you like a book.
So true.
Speaking of being right, there's another matter I have to deal with. This budding romance between the... I have to make a phone call, so...
He's talking about Luis and Sheridan, isn't he?
Yes.
A romance between them is out of the question. It would cause nothing but problems. Like yours did with Sam years ago.
No, I was young and far too easily influenced. I won't make that mistake again.
Ivy, if Mr. Crane finds out how you feel about Sam...
It wouldn't matter if he did.
Of course it would matter. The lives of everyone in this house would be destroyed. Not to mention Sam's family.
I don't care. I want Sam back, whatever the consequences.
Even if those consequences affect Ethan.
What are you up to, my sweet? Why are you really going to this tacky little ski resort? You won't be able to hide the reason from me forever, any more than Luis will be able to hide from the power of the Cranes.
Well, this is just the beginning, Grace. By this time tomorrow, we're going to be at the ski lodge, snuggled up in front of the fire. It's going to be nice.
Sounds like heaven.
I love you so much. I just want to say that I'm really happy with the life that we've built.
Oh, we're really lucky, Sam. Makes me feel guilty.
But why? I mean, we deserve to be happy.
I know. Everyone does. I just keep thinking about that story you told me. About poor boy who fell in love with the rich girl and how they were torn apart. Right? It's so sad.
I told you, the boy fell in love with a woman and couldn't be happier. And the girl is living the life of luxury and privilege.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think you can overcome that kind of love. I think it leaves an imprint on a person's heart, on a person's soul. I'll bet you that she is still in love with him and he is still in love with her.
Hey, this is supposed to be our night to celebrate, remember?
Yeah, you're right.
And we're gonna go on this wonderful romantic trip tomorrow, just the two of us.
Sam still does have feelings for me. I knew it.